Hello friends, in today's video, we will talk about the village's life of Dubai, how the local Emirati people live their lives here, and the traditional methods they use for farming and agriculture. From date palm plantations to the 100-year-old villages and rural areas, we will show you the old Arabic culture, traditions, and the lifestyle of the Emirati people. You will also get to see the fascinating aspects of Emirati culture and the unique characteristics of these Arab people. So friends, let's dive into the interesting information about Dubai's village life today. Let's get started. Friends, in the current era, this country has progressed far ahead of Europe in terms of development. It is famous for its towering skyscrapers like the Burj Khalifa, Burj Al Arab, and Palm Jumeirah. The sheikhs here are also known for their luxurious lifestyles. However, in ancient times, this entire beautiful Emirati region was nothing but vast stretches of red sand dunes. Only a few Emirati tribes lived near the coast, making a living by fishing and extracting precious pearls from the sea. Today you see world-class buildings, hotels, restaurants, bars, cafes, casinos, and dancing clubs here. But once this entire area was a barren, dry desert. Friends, today we will take you to the 100-year-old United Arab Emirates, where various Arab tribes lived a nomadic life. Even today, in the remote areas of the country, you can find villages and rural settlements where people still live in houses made of mud, clay, stones, and palm fronds. The locals here raise sheep, goats, and even camels as a hobby. The UAE consists of 7 emirates: Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Al Quwain, Fujairah, Ajman, and Ras Al Khaimah. Most of the country's population historically lived in Ras Al Khaimah and Fujairah, where these Emirati tribes led a tribal lifestyle. This is why even today, some villages and rural areas exist in these emirates, where the Emirati people continue to live in traditional ways to preserve their old culture and heritage. In these areas, you will find vast date palm plantations, and the locals also raise camels as a hobby. Some of these villages and rural areas still reflect their 100-year-old historical past. Once, these areas were bustling with activity, but as the country progressed, people started moving from villages to larger cities. The remaining villages were transformed into small towns. Friends, the land here is mostly barren and rocky, and due to severe water scarcity and harsh conditions, farming is extremely challenging. However, in some areas, you will find small and large farms growing wheat, barley, millet, sunflowers, vegetables, and fruits. The local farmers are seen cultivating these crops. Camels are considered the national animal of the UAE, and the Emirati people raise them with pride. In rural areas, you will often come across camel farms where locals raise high-quality camels in large numbers. The sheikhs of Dubai own some of the most expensive camels in the world, worth millions of dollars. Every year, local camel racing festivals are organized, where camels from other Arab countries are also brought to participate in races. In some parts of Ras Al Khaimah, Emirati people still live in the old traditional ways, deeply connected to their Arabic culture. The UAE is also known as the land of Arab tribes, where various ethnic groups and tribes reside. The 7 major tribes of the 7 Emirates played a significant role in forming the United Arab Emirates. The ancestors of these tribes came together to settle this desert region, and since ancient times, these tribes have been ruling this Emirati land. Friends, signs of life in this ancient desert region date back to 3000 BC. In ancient times, different cultures and civilizations thrived here. Around 3000 BC, the Magan civilization flourished here, settling on stone and sand dunes. Later, the Dilmun civilization, which extended to Bahrain, Qatar, and Kuwait, dominated this region. By the 7th century, Islam began to spread rapidly in this Emirati region, and the influence of Muslim rulers grew. During the Umayyad rule, Muslim conquests expanded, and the coastal areas of the UAE came under Muslim control. During the Abbasid Caliphate, new political, cultural, and economic avenues were opened in this region. From the Fatimid Empire to the Seljuk and Ayyubid rulers, the Arabs played a significant role. In the 16th century, Portuguese influence began to grow here. The 18th century marked a golden era for the UAE, where the Al Nahyan tribe took control of this Arab land. Friends, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, the leader of the Al Nahyan tribe, united various Arab tribes in the early 20th century and worked on building new human settlements and infrastructure. Before the discovery of oil, the Emirati people lived mainly along the coastal areas. They were known as fishermen in the local language, making a living by fishing and extracting pearls from the sea. Over time, foreign traders began to arrive, and small villages and settlements started to develop along the coast. In the 1960s, local farmers also took up date farming as a hobby. Along with fishing, the locals traded dates and pearls with other countries, earning a significant amount of wealth. Friends, even today, a large number of Arab tribes reside in the coastal areas of the UAE, with the Bani Yas tribe being the most prominent. This ancient tribe has been settled here for thousands of years, with its roots extending to Bahrain, Qatar, Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia. The royal families of the United Arab Emirates and Qatar are also connected to this tribe. The Al Nahyan, Al Taud, Al Tabi, and Al Qasimi tribes are also linked to the Bani Yas tribe. Each of the 7 emirates of the UAE is ruled by different tribes. For example, the ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, belongs to the Bani Al Maktoum tribe, while the Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE is from the Al Nahyan tribe. The ruler of Sharjah, Sheikh Sultan bin Hamad Al Qasimi, belongs to the Al Qasimi tribe. These tribes collectively settled this desert region in ancient times and over time built various small and large cities. Today, this country is counted among the richest in the world, attracting millions of foreign tourists for tourism and leisure. Among the 7 emirates of the UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Sharjah are considered the wealthiest. However, Dubai is the most famous, known for its advanced infrastructure, nightlife, luxurious lifestyle, restaurants, bars, nightclubs, and shisha cafes. If we move away from these emirates and head towards Al Quwain, Fujairah, and Ras Al Khaimah, these emirates are also famous for their impressive infrastructure. Ras Al Khaimah and Fujairah have a significant number of rural areas, where most of the country's local population resides. The Emirati people in these rural areas, like the Bani tribes, raise sheep, goats, and camels in large numbers. Their herds consist of thousands of sheep and goats, from which they obtain milk, wool, cheese, and meat. Some of these Arab tribes still live a semi-nomadic lifestyle to preserve their culture. Culturally, these Arabic people are deeply connected to their traditions and often marry within their tribes. Traditional Emirati weddings are colorful and culturally significant events, involving various rituals and old traditions. Arab culture and tribal customs are prominently displayed in these weddings, where people dress in traditional attire. The weddings are filled with music and dance, and traditional Arabic dishes are served to guests. Arabs mostly prefer rice with lamb and camel meat. The bride and groom make a grand entrance, with the bride wearing a traditional dress called a fustan, or abaya, which local brides wear with pride. The groom wears a traditional outfit called a dulbi, or kandura, and they also wear a special headpiece known as a gutra, or shemar. These Emirati people perform traditional sword dances to keep their culture and old traditions alive. Without this dance, their weddings are considered incomplete. Family members participate in these weddings, making them incredibly interesting, lovely, and worth watching. Friends, the local Emirati women are considered extremely beautiful and deeply connected to their culture. They are always seen in traditional attire and love to adorn themselves with gold jewelry. The local rural people here are still connected to their old and traditional culture. Unfortunately, many villages and rural areas are slowly disappearing as the government is transforming the remaining ones into small towns. In the coming years, you will only see towering buildings and large infrastructure everywhere. Friends, let us now share some interesting facts about this country. The United Arab Emirates is a unique country located on the southern coast of the Persian Gulf. It consists of 7 emirates, each ruled by different tribes. The eastern and southern borders of the UAE are shared with Oman, specifically the Al Fujairah region, which is also a coastal city. The southern and western borders of the UAE are shared with Saudi Arabia, separated by vast desert expanses. In terms of maritime borders, the UAE shares borders with Qatar and Bahrain. The official language of the country is Arabic, and Abu Dhabi is the capital city, while Dubai is the largest and most famous emirate. The country's population is around 10.8 million, and the currency used is the dirham. Friends, the culture of the UAE is a beautiful blend of Arab traditions, Islamic beliefs, and modernity. Religious festivals, as well as local and national celebrations, are observed with great pomp and grandeur. You will find every kind of culture, tradition, and lifestyle in this country. If we go back 100 years, this entire country was filled with rural areas where various Arab tribes lived. Some were involved in farming, while others raised sheep, goats, and camels for a living. Date farming, fishing, and pearl diving were the primary sources of livelihood for the Emirati people. The progress of the UAE is largely attributed to the unity and brotherhood of its rural and tribal people, whose mutual cooperation and harmony have strengthened the country. This brotherhood is the hidden secret behind the UAE's success. Friends, in the current era, this country has every luxury and attraction in the world. Once, this entire country was nothing but red sand dunes, with barren deserts everywhere. But today it has everything, from the world's tallest buildings to beautiful restaurants, cafes, bars, casinos, and clubs. These attractions draw foreign tourists to this beautiful country. On one hand, there are the vibrant cities, and on the other, the old rural areas of Ras Al Khaimah, which remind us of the ancient culture and how the Arab people used to live here. The existing villages and rural areas are equipped with all modern facilities. Friends, the Emirati people living in these rural areas are provided complete protection by the government. The government provides them with free education and other necessities of life. According to the UAE's Vision 2025, the government plans to restore and maintain the existing villages and rural areas to preserve the cultural heritage for future generations. Friends, now we will take you on a tour of a historical village in Abu Dhabi that has been inhabited for decades. Inside this village, you will experience Arab culture and feel as if you have traveled back hundreds of years. This village is known for its charming and beautiful appearance, where you will still see houses made of mud, reflecting the old Arab culture. The mosque made of clay minarets represents the Islamic heritage of the region. The houses made of palm fronds, stones, mud and clay provide comfort even in the extremely hot weather. Friends, in Arab culture, camels tied to tents were part of the royal culture. This tradition has continued since ancient times. In the past, the houses of tribal leaders were like fortresses, where councils were held to discuss public issues. Date palms and plantations were always planted around the villages. Arabs used to gift date palms to each other. In those times, women were very modest and mostly involved in household chores like preparing clothes, weaving, and helping in farming activities. Friends, to experience this old Arab culture, you must visit this village in Abu Dhabi. After this village, we will take you to the old and historic Emirate of Fujairah, which is famous for its cultural heritage. The fortress-like structure you see ahead is known as Sheikh al-Shaki Fort. Built in the 16th century, during that time, the Al-Qasimi family of Fujairah was very powerful and built this fort for their defense system. Moving from Fujairah to Sharjah, the village located in the eastern coastal mountainous region is known for its beauty and charm. This village, located in the Korfakan region, has a historical significance. This beautiful village was built on a mountain peak and is famous for its beauty and historical importance. Friends, there are many other old and historical villages in the UAE that reflect the glorious old Arab culture, traditions and heritage, showcasing how magnificent this region was in ancient times. Friends, most of the country's land is desert, but there are also some mountain ranges. Among the famous mountain ranges of the UAE, the Jebel Jais mountain range between Dubai and Abu Dhabi is quite famous. This mountain range is long and extensive. Additionally, the Jebel Hajar mountain range, located in the eastern part of the UAE near the Omani border, is also famous. The Jebel Fujairah, Jebel Sifa, and Jebel Daba mountains in Fujairah are known for their beauty. Friends, this beautiful Emirati region is famous worldwide for its unique culture, old traditions, glorious history, delicious cuisine, and high standard of living. From its large cities to small villages and rural areas, everything is worth seeing. The Emirati people in these villages and rural areas live their lives with great pride and comfort. So friends, we hope you enjoyed this video about Dubai's village life. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it widely. To watch more informative videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Village Life Official. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.